Oslo is a hidden gem in Europe. This Scandinavian city has actually a lot to offer. These are my 30 things to do and best places to visit for the capital of Norway. And don't forget to subscribe for more jam-packed reformat travel guides. Okay, let's go and kick off Oslo at Aker Brygge, the upscale Harbourfront area of Oslo. Welcome to Oslo! This place is absolutely gorgeous, especially on a warm sunny day like this, while you take in fresh Scandinavian air with wondrous views of the Oslo fjord. At Aker Brygge, grab the most famous snack in Norway, a hot dog wrapped in bacon and injected with cheese. It is basically a fancy hot dog, and one snack you must try. I got my Polse, bacon cheese Polse. Oh, that's delicious. That's better than the Icelandic and Danish Polse. This is the best Polse I've ever had. Oh, and don't forget to milk your own mustard. Ooh, look at this. It's amazing. Price around $6 US. Next, at the brand new seafood restaurant Danjet Fisketorget, you can even try some whale sushi. Whale is considered a local delicacy in Norway, but rest assured, Norway has strict fishing regulations and quotas. Salty, chewy, but delicious. Reminds me of mackerel. This tiny sushi box set me back $22 US. So now you're getting a sense of the prices here in Norway. At Henrik Olsen, you can top off your lunch with a little dessert. Soft ice with black licorice sprinkles. Whoa, that's really odd. Never had that before, but it's pretty good. Or go hardcore at Paradis Gelateria to try out the real deal licorice ice cream Salomoniac. One of the oddest flavors you can try here in Norway. Very unique flavor. If you haven't had Salomoniac, Oslo is definitely the place to try it. The Oslo City Council is located in this odd-looking building at the head of the Aker Brygge Harbourfront. Perhaps the most bizarre-looking city hall I've ever seen. It's almost like a remnant from the Soviet era. Inside this building, you will find these mesmerizing murals. Next up, the incredible Frogner Park, where you will find the famous Vigeland sculptures. This is the world's largest sculpture park made by a single artist and one of Norway's most popular tourist attractions. Violence is never the answer. The pissed off kid is perhaps the most popular. Created by Gustav Vigeland, with a collection of 200 sculptures between 1924 and 1943. In my opinion, one of the finest places for photography. And it's open all year round. This park has definitely some bizarre sculptures. This is a place not to be missed in Oslo. Did you know Norway is a kingdom? Its royal family lives in a palace downtown Oslo. Make sure to visit the palace on a beautiful sunny day like this for those ultimate shots. From the royal palace, walk down the Karl Johans Gate, the main shopping street of Oslo, from which you can walk through the Studenterlunden Park for some gorgeous fountains and people watching. After which you will end up at the Storten building, where the Parliament of Norway is located. Most major museums in Oslo are conveniently located in close proximity of each other on the Bygdøy Peninsula on the west end of Oslo. And what do you do on a rainy, gloomy day like this? You go museum hopping. My favorite museum in Oslo has to be the Norwegian Museum of Cultural History. I got my piece of lefse with some butter from 1750. It's like a piece of pita bread, just bread with butter, but tasty bread I may add. With its Stava church dating back from 1200 AD, without any windows, bells or whistles. 100% Norwegian wood. This is the Viking Museum. These Viking ships were way bigger than I expected. This footage I recorded simply does not do them justice. It is truly remarkable that Vikings sailed all the way to North America before any major European nation did. Further down Bygdøy, you will find the Fram Museum, considered the best museum in Norway, telling the story of the Norwegian polar exploration and centers around the original exploration vessel Fram, built in 1891. Frozen to death. I think you gotta take care of that finger, sir. It's not looking so good. Face is not looking good either. Did you know that Norway is now the only country in the world with territories both in the Arctic and Antarctica, claiming land where you can? Right beside the Fram, the Norwegian Maritime Museum, if you want to learn more about the shipbuilding industry of Norway. And now the final museum on Bygdøy, the Kon-Tiki Museum. During a long 3-month journey in 1947, Norwegian Thor Heyerdahl proved the South Pacific Islands were colonized by South Americans, which is actually kind of crazy because this guy had no idea how to swim, which goes to show Norwegians are true explorers. Kon-Tiki Museum, the Fram Museum, and the Norwegian Maritime Museum, all conveniently located right next to each other. Time for a good lunch. I recommend Fiskerit Youngtorget, perhaps the best fish restaurant in all of Oslo. Look at this, my god. And make sure to taste their fresh Norwegian wild salmon. I'm so excited. Wild salmon sashimi. This is going to be fantastic. Here I also met up with my American buddy Andrew. Did you know that Norway introduced raw salmon sushi to Japan in the 1980s? Getting the Japanese to put salmon on a lump of rice is perhaps one of the greatest export success stories of Norway. Another great place for lunch is the Vippa food hall at the Harbourfront, a hipster hotspot that rocks a variety of cuisines with affordable prices. The most impressive building of Oslo has to be the Opera House. This crazy building is modeled after flat iceberg shapes with inclines. As you can see, this place is often crowded by locals and tourists. I really want to join these guys with their blow-up boat. It must be so much fun. Another cool harbourfront spot is Salt, located right across Oslo's Opera House. Salt is a nomadic art project with a little coffee shop and outdoor bar, and a great spot for some afternoon games. This is Sorenga, a new luxurious neighborhood with a fantastic outdoor deck, where you can enjoy the Norwegian waters and catch a few sun rays during the warm summer weather. They even got a little dive tower here on this deck. Then go for a hike towards the Aker Brygge and be marveled by its bizarre sculpture park. But also enjoy these mesmerizing views of Oslo from the Aker Brygge restaurant. Another fantastic view of Oslo can be enjoyed from the Akerhus fortress, where often these massive cruise liners dock. The original fortification of Oslo. You can see the entire city from this spot. And on a nice clear day like this, you should not pass that up. And you may even run into a local play. At the Akerhus fortress, you also find Norway's Resistance Museum. Norway was occupied by the Nazis during World War II. This museum showcases Norway during the horrific years of occupation in great detail. That's a lot of guns. After spending a long day exploring Oslo, it is now dinner time. At Roboa, I ended up trying their famous Tastes of Norway dish, which I got with a sweet discount by using the Oslo Pass. Whale. Oh man, that is so juicy. Whale tastes like beef, but better. I can see why this place is pricey. This is amazing. Norwegians drink the popular brew Hansa. Nice, rich and crisp. My favorite piece of meat must have been the reindeer. Rudolph the reindeer. So juicy. Man. For dessert, head over to Louis' restaurant for the fanciest brown cheese ice cream in Oslo. The brown cheese ice cream. What is brown cheese, you may ask? Go watch my Norwegian snack review video. For another solid dinner experience, head over to the Vulcan district. Once an industrial area, now turned into a hipster district. And indulge yourself in incredible local fresh foods at the Mathalle, a brand new food court with lots of local produce and vendors. In the Vulcan area, you also find many great bars. After dinner, it's time to go out for some drinks. Now, instead of getting a glimpse of the famous screen painting, check out the ice version at the Magic Ice Bar. Got my little code here, where you can enjoy some Norwegian ice wine. Next, enjoy a few cocktails at Stratos, which rocks this epic rooftop with a remarkable view of Oslo. Or grab a few drinks at the famous and upscale The Thief rooftop bar and patio on Aker Brygge. And finally, did I mention that Oslo has the most incredible nightlife? Great places include Jaeger, Angst, Knox, and plenty of others. But I will unveil more details on all these places in my ultimate Oslo nightlife video. So stay tuned. Basically, there is a ton of stuff to do in Oslo. And if you think, yes, Matt, I want to milk some mustard on my Polse hot dog, then head over to reformat.com for addresses, prices, maps, photos, and all my personal advice. Now, as always, here are my bonus tips. Go absolutely crazy and roll down the Holmenkollen zipline, installed on world's famous Holmenkollen ski jump. As I mentioned earlier, Norway is extremely expensive. So if you are on a serious budget, do your shopping either at Kiwi or Rema 1000. As for a great place to stay, consider the Scandic Vulcan Hotel, due to their delicious Norwegian breakfast buffet. Also, save yourself a ton of money by purchasing the Oslo Pass. This pass will grant you free access to most museums, free travel on public transit, and enjoy discounts at many restaurants. And that's it for this week's episode, guys. Now don't forget to watch my Oslo nightlife guide and my Norwegian snack review. And if you have already been to Oslo, please let me know in the comment section below which place you like the most and why. Thanks again for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you again next week in another Reformat episode. Cheers!